Brendan, how are you enjoying Seattle so far?
It's cold as a witch's titty here. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's all right though. I mean, it feels like London weather, but it's cool. It's all right.
You were at the Seahawks facility yesterday.
Yeah, that was super cool. Super cool.
How'd you enjoy your time over there?
I enjoyed it a lot. I should have stayed playing football rather than fighting. Make a lot more money and it's fun.
I saw that you could throw the football, and you got a good spiral.
Some days. It's been a long time since I worked at that sport, but I still enjoy it.
You chopped the hair off. Was there a decision to do that?
I just like something new. I wanted to do it like 2 fights ago, but Crybaby back there wouldn't let me. So, yeah, I just like to change every now and then. I just like something new, and sometimes I just try something wild. Sometimes I don't. I don't know. I just like new things. Change it up.
What went wrong in your last fight? Now that you've had obviously a lot of time to kind of analyze it and break it down.
I lost. um, I mean, before I say anything, no matter what, every decision was my own, which is why I like this sport. I take ownership for everything that I did. It's nobody else's fault. But my body just wasn't 100%. I knew that going in, but I didn't think it would be so effective as it was, and I had problems the whole camp. But I don't know how to pull from a fight. I just feel like I'm a little bit of a bitch if I do. So even with like proof that like I'm not good, no matter what. So yeah, I think that was just the biggest thing. I mean, the commission didn't help, but at the end of the day, I lost the fight. I think on perception, at probably 60% healthy and in his hometown, and now he's the number one guy in our division. So I know I'm better than him. I know I am. He fought his best that night, and I fought probably the worst that I fought in the UFC. But, it is what it is. I learned from it, and I'll be back stronger on Saturday, and I'll see him again at some point. We're two of the youngest guys in the division, so in the top 15 especially. So I think he's earned a title shot, in my opinion. But hopefully I see him again, and hopefully it's for the belt or somewhere around there.
In hindsight, do you regret not pulling out just because of the run you were on, and all of the momentum that you had behind you?
Yeah, I think so. I can't change it now. But there's probably been 3 fights in the UFC that I should have pulled from. 2 I lost and 1 I won, just from not being healthy. And yeah, it sucks. It really sucks. I think I was so close to fighting for that belt, and I don't know. I look back and like that, and I also think it's funny. Like when I lose, everyone's got something to say, but when I win, everyone's silent as a mouse. So that kind of makes me laugh, and it lets me know like that I'm still there. Like nobody says nothing to me or about me until I lose, but when I'm winning, it's hush.
And like you said, he's the number one ranked now. He went out there and beat Izzy. Like, were you impressed with that?
I mean, I look at it as every fight. Like I've knocked guys out too. A knockout's kind of like lucked, It's a little bit of precision, but it's more luck than anything. But if I tap you, 90%, I outsmarted you and I got you. So and that may be the reason why I like submitting people more. But I thought he lost the first round pretty clear, but I thought the punch was nice. I feel exactly how I felt when he fought Cannonier. To me, the finish was kind of the same thing, but it was still nice, and nothing that he did wrong. He did good. So hats off to him.
And do you think because of your last fight, you're being overlooked in this fight with Fluffy, with you being I think it's like a 2-1 underdog, and people just kind of counting you out?
I don't know. I feel like people always do that anyway and look for a reason. I don't know. I feel like I'm a guy you either like me or you hate me. There's no in between. And so for some reason, people hate me more than they like me, but that's fine. I just like to be left alone. I like to be with my wife and my kids and my close friends because my circle's super small. So, yeah, I don't care. Overlook me. Do what you want. I don't care. My money stays the same no matter what. So I'm going to go out there and I'm going to beat up Anthony and move on to the next step. It's nothing different.
obviously the big storyline in this fight is you guys fought back in 2018. And obviously you guys have grown a lot from that fight. But I guess, now looking at him now, like, is there any similarities you see, or do you see him as a completely different fighter?
Me personally, I see him as the same guy, just a little bit more, well, a good bit more refined and more polished. But he still does the same things. He still focuses on his cardio. He's still to me the same guy. And I was so young and immature then mentally. I'm a completely different guy, and I fought like shit that night. I was just basically like a moving dummy. I didn't really do nothing. I rocked him in the first, and then he said I hurt him again in the fourth or the third. I don't even know. But I didn't really do nothing other than that. I just was like, I'm ready to go home. I don't want to be here. So, but you're not going to finish me. It was just immaturity.
Obviously, everyone kind of knows his game plan. He's going to come and try and drown you, wrestle you. So was that a lot of focus on in training camp this time? Was just wrestling, takedown defense, or I guess do you welcome being on your back because of your elite BJJ?
I just want to create damage in this one. I want to get back to my old self. Like I have these like roller coasters of do damage or hold position, do damage, hold position. And for me this time, it's I just want to create damage. So no, I plan to make him work as well. Like he's good at creating these situations to where he doesn't put a lot of effort into it, but he makes his opponent put a lot of effort into it. Like being on the cage, he wants you to spaz. He wants you to use all the strength. So we'll see. But it's going to take – he's going to have to eat some punches to get in there. And I know he's tough, but I don't know. It only takes one clean one to do anything. So 15 minutes is a long time to have to evade a good punch. So we'll see what he brings to the table. But obviously we know he's coming from bell to bell. And we'll see how successful he is on Saturday at that.
Last two for me. How do you get your hand raised on Saturday?
Be myself. Being Brendan Allen, when I'm on, I'm on. So it's just being the best me that I can be. If the best me shows up, I'm the best fighter in the world at middleweight. So I just need to be the best me.
And a lot of middleweight fights taking place. What were your thoughts on the championship fight between DDP and Sean Strickland?
I don't know. Somehow Driscoll just gets it done, man. I said this in an interview before. It's like if you look at his resume on paper, like, fuck, man, this guy's a stud. But, like, if you really look at it and watch the fights, he fights these guys that have such a great name. But look at the timeline that he fights them. Like, he's fighting them, like, kind of when they're not really motivated or on their way out, or just Father Time's getting them, whatever the case may be. Like, you see, for instance, you see Izzy on someone's resume, and you think of the Izzy at his top, and you're like, wow, he beat this guy. And it's like, you watch the fight, and you're like, this ain't the Izzy that fought, like, Paulo Costa or anything like that. Like, this ain't the same guy. So I just think he gets them at the best times, the best names at the best times, and, is what it is.
Good luck, man.
Thank you.
Hey, Brandon, over here. Congratulations on the birth of your son in late December. How is it having another boy in the house now?
It's nice. I'm not super outnumbered. I have my stepson and my wife's son. So, and then now we have our son, which he's sleeping in the back. But it's nice. It's just as of now he's just an infant, so nothing really changes too much. But my wife does an amazing job taking care of him while I'm in camp, and yeah, it's been great. It's been great having them.
When you think about, when he gets a little bit older, and obviously, you obviously share this with your family and your kids, what do you think about when you say, hey, Dad was a fighter, and maybe starting to show him those clips and videos of you fighting one day?
Man, to be honest, I like to just share these experiences with my kids. Like, this will be the last one that my youngest daughter doesn't attend. My oldest daughter will attend, and I can't wait for her to get here. I just like sharing these moments with my wife, with my kids, with my family, my friends. It's more important than the outcome, because it doesn't matter how good you are, how bad you are. Like, if you get here and get to experience this, like, not many people get to do it. There's so many people that wish they could. So to be at the level that I'm currently at and have been at is like, it's super cool. So I don't really care too much of like, oh, Dad was a fighter. I'm more just trying to create the memories and share the experiences with everyone, because I'd rather just be the best dad rather than the best fighter.
It's a small exclusive club in the UFC of the fighters who get to have the custom or the different color shorts. What does it mean to you to be part of that small group that UFC said, you know what, Brendan Allen puts in work, we're giving him the purple ones?
I mean, it's super cool. I wasn't the first one to get them, even though I asked for them the most. But hopefully, if UFC goes to Louisiana this summer and I get past Fluffy like I expect to, that we'll get a real custom pair to unveil in New Orleans.
Final question. Do you feel like at ceremonial weigh-ins you rock your fuzzy hat better than Shafkat does?
Nah, you can't, man. He's the originator, you know. He's the OG, so no one's like Shafkat. Plus, his tail on his is like super nice. He got like a fox or something on his. His is nice.
Thank you.
Brendan, how good of an alibi is Gerald Mearshart?
He's a G. He's a G, man. Yeah, he's my guy. I've known him forever. I love Gerald. He's such a great guy.
And then, what did you think of the Super Bowl performance? Do you think it should have been Lil Wayne instead of Kendrick?
Yeah, for sure. You can't go to New Orleans and not put Lil Wayne in there. But you know it is. That stuff's probably as political as everything else.
And then, top 5 artists on your rotation right now.
Damn, you're gonna put me on the spot. Obviously Kevin Gates. It's been off, but Frito Bang for sure. You're gonna make me pull my phone. Frito Bang, Moneybag Yo, and I've been mixing in country on Fight Week. So Kane Brown and Boosie. I like Boosie. I like old Boosie.
What do you think about this new Big X collab that's coming out soon?
With who?
Oh my God, it's a country artist.
Oh yeah, I saw some of that.
Yeah.
I heard one the other day. It was all right.
Yeah.
He's kind of versatile with his voice, but he did good with his lyrics on the one that I heard. So it was pretty good.
So you've got a win over Paul Craig, one of the best grapplers in the UFC. That makes you one of the best grapplers in the UFC, I'd say. And Anthony's also up there. Do you think that this fight is going to end up on the ground, or do you think that kind of cancels it out and it becomes a kickboxing match?
No, I think it'll end up on the ground at some point. I think it'll definitely end up on the ground at some point. You know, he's not going to stop trying to take me down unless he's tired. You know, and we'll see. We'll see. But I'm not shying away from it, but I just want to do damage and put a show on for all the fans that come out here. That's really what I'm looking for this fight. I want to get back to myself, do damage, and put a show on for all the fans that come out to see us.
And who do you think's shooting that first takedown?
Him, for sure. It's definitely not going to be me. I never come to a fight to shoot except for the last one. Usually it just happens or transpires, and, you know, it is what it is. Like, but I don't come looking to shoot except for the last one and see how that happens. So, yeah, I'm not coming to shoot, but I'm sure one will transpire at some point.
Thanks.
Of course.